happy to share Gary's history and culture. The GHCS is a caregiver of the Garyland Company Building, the first building in Gary, which is on the National Registry of Historic Buildings. We provide services and programs to Gary and surrounding communities. The Gary Center Symphony Orchestra has provided music for our annual Christmas concert for over 38 years. We have a 5-week summer enrichment program, children, pictures. We also capture the life and history of senior citizens on video. This is Mr. William Bear. We have Gary Histories Live, honoring our veterans program. Women's History Month, we feature Vivian Carter, and we offer educational videos to schools. This is Mr. George Ruge at our Market Auditorium. We want to make Gary a better place for everyone, whether they live here or visit. We want our children to be proud that they are from Gary as they change the world. Thank you.
As Mrs. Linda Johnson and Mrs. Linda Jones comes to the podium, let's give her another round of applause.
Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. One more. 3, 2, and 1.
Our next award is the Youth Award, and it's being presented to the Gary Community Partnership Corporation. Please let's turn our attention to the screens to watch a short video. As Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Edwards make their way to the podium, let's give the Gary Community Partnership Corporation another round of applause.
Three, 2, and 1. One more. 3, 2, and 1.
I spoke in Valparaiso for the All About the Girls event. And Jenny Craig introduced me to Mark and Mary Martinez. And they had a story to tell me about a playground that they built for students with disabilities, so that every child will have the opportunity to play and have fun in a playground built especially for children with special needs. So I tracked them down, put on my FBI hat, and I just followed them and chased them and found them. And I would like you all to watch this video. Hannah's Hope is supposed to call it Hannah's Hope.
So Hannah's Hope is a local Northwest Indiana not-for-profit that my wife and I started back in 2010. We serve Lake Warner and LaPorte County Children with Special Needs. We founded it shortly after we learned of the diagnosis of my middle daughter, Hannah, who was diagnosed with cerebral palsy and had a potential prenatal stroke. So we wanted to do something to help kids with special needs right here in our community. So we hosted a golf outing back in 2010. We were proud to say that we were going to have our 14th golf outing on July 8th. We raised $17,000 that first golf outing. We hope to raise $40,000 this upcoming weekend on the 8th. We provide equipment and therapy tools for kids with special needs. So my involvement is basically from ground zero. Hannah was my middle daughter with my wife Mary, and we started this back in 2010, which is kind of amazing. We really didn't know what we were getting into. One, having a special needs child, and then two, trying to start a nonprofit, which we knew nothing about. But over the past 14 years, it's grown into a Northwest Indiana staple, and we have an army of supporters, an army of followers, and the community has reached out to us and my family tenfold of what we ever thought would be possible. We're approaching the $1 million mark in terms of donations between the playground that we're at now at Founders Square. This is over a $500,000 playground. And then all the therapy equipment that we provide to kids. We're going to provide therapy equipment for over 500 kids this year. Well, Hannah's Hope is a local nonprofit in the truest sense of the nonprofit word, as we are 100% volunteer-based. We have no employees, we have no office space, so any help that we can get is always appreciated. The biggest way to help is dollars. Without dollars, we can't do what we do. We can't provide equipment for children. We can't provide a playground like this. The other way is helping an event. If dollars aren't your thing, help an event. Come in, move some chairs, help assist people get into an event, help with setup, tear down. You can always do that. And the other thing is, if you have items to donate, we always have silent auctions or giveaways at our events that help bring in funds to our organization, which allows us to do what we do. So Hannah's Hope is able to do what we do because of people, both volunteers and support. And there's maybe no bigger supporter that I've had personally than the Indiana Beverage family and the Leeds family. I am truly blessed to be part of such a great group, and they will never understand what their support means to this organization.
Mr. and Mrs. Martinez, come on up. Let's really give them a round of applause. The legacy that they have left for the community.
Three, two, and one. One more. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do one extra. 3, 2, and 1. All right.
Okay, where are we? Where are we? Oh, I know where we are. We are ready to present the Minority Business Award. That is going to WLTH Radio 1370 AM on the dial, 92.7 FM. With Dr. Marion Williams and his entire team, come on up to the stage and receive this award. The entire team, come on up. Come on, Mr. Easton. Come on, Mr. Bullock. Come on.
Excuse me, Josh.
You know, I just have special people. Now we want you to know that she turned 70. And she's celebrating her birthday. So that means I'll have 30 minutes of radio time. Compliments of Natalie.
There it is.
Is there a video? I think there's a video. Joe, push your button.
I would like to thank the Northwest Indiana Urban League for the award this evening. It is kind of amazing as I sit here. As a youngster at 13, I started in this building working. And over the years, we have extended the experiences of radio broadcasting by having several other broadcasting facilities. And certainly spent a lot of time improving the quality of programming for WLTH. It's kind of ironic as I look at some of the statistical data. In 1968, individuals in the city of Gary owned 54% of businesses. In 1980, citizens of Gary owned 64%. It's kind of ironic today that in 2023, the percentage of local and Gary ownership is only 2%. I hope the words this evening would encourage greater participation and involvement so that the quality of life will be improved for the citizens. We here at WLTH would like to extend the invitation for every individual to come work with us and to do as much as we can to improve the economy of the city. Again, I'd like to thank the Urban League for the award this evening.
We are going to present the Moving the Needle Award. This award exemplifies, should I say, areas of community leadership, workforce, and it's going to be presented to Edgewater Health. Would you all give Edgewater Health a round of applause? Joe, you have a video? Let's watch the video.
At Edgewater Health, we're committed to whole person care. We support patients' mind and body so that they are fully empowered to live well.
From primary care and mental health services to an on-site pharmacy, Edgewater Health strives to be a comprehensive community resource. This integrated model allows their team to evolve intuitively. Over several decades, they've grown to include educational programs, specialized services, and preventative care practices. Their Rapid Access Center ensures that adults in crisis don't go a moment too long before receiving support. Modern developments like telehealth allow patients to stay in touch with their care teams, even when they can't visit in person. Healthcare can mean different things to different people, and it changes over time. Whatever support you might need, trust Edgewater Health to provide it. They're here for your whole life.
Dr. Benita Johnson, would you come on up?
Y'all ready?
Your glasses.
The glasses.
Your glasses.
There you go, right? All right. That was good. 3, 2, and 1. One more. 3, 2, and 1. Last one. 3, 2, and 1. Got it.
Well, good afternoon to all of you beautiful people.
Good afternoon.
Well, first of all, I just want to say on behalf of Edgewater, our entire team, and our team is pretty big. Dr. Durham McLeod, when you said this is going to take a little while, and so be able to tell your bosses where you were, well, see, I can't lie. My bosses are sitting over at that table. So our board of directors, some of them are here this afternoon. I'd like them to stand up and be recognized. Board of directors. I know we have some staff members here who are present. I know that Connie Woodson is here because she probably is the biggest ambassador that Edgewater has. And so I want to say thank you to her because there she is back there. She allows us to be able to get out there and provide a lot of educational services to our community. But last night, I had an opportunity to speak to Dr. McLeod, and I said, well, tell me about this award, this Moving the Needle Award. And she said it encompasses every aspect of the previous awards that were given: leadership, community impact, workforce diversity, etc. Well, let me tell you how we at Edgewater take that to heart. First of all, I've been in my position for 28 years as the CEO. To this day, I started as and I am still the only black female in the state of Indiana running such an organization as Edgewater Health. I want to say just really briefly, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but when we talk about moving the needle, it sounds easy, but it's very challenging. And so it starts with our team. And our team, we have a very diverse team. They're diverse in many ways: thought, opinion, the whole bit. And so they're diverse in many ways. And what we try to do is foster a culture of growth and empowerment. So we move the needle incrementally through them. They in turn go out and they move the needle by providing the vast array of services that we need to provide in order to impact the health and well-being of individuals and families. Additionally, as a team, we all come together collaboratively to impact the health and well-being of our entire community through all of the services that we provide. And so in that way, we improve health outcomes, and we do services that are very unique, that are outside of healthcare, such as providing housing to homeless people, providing many educational programs that will enlighten our patients and the community in terms of how they improve their own health. So collaboratively, we work with the community. We want to move the needle, even if it's in incremental steps, and ultimately will have an impact on our entire community and health and well-being of everyone who lives in our community and beyond. And by the way, we started with mental health. Now we're doing primary care, as you saw in the video. We now have an office in Cedar Lake. We will be doing a ribbon cutting for our office in Maryville on tomorrow at 4 o'clock, 5495 Broadway. So we invite you all to come out. And we will have an open house on Saturday from 12 to 4 at that 5495 Broadway location. We invite you to come out and see what it is we do, and hopefully lend your voices and your expertise to help us to continue to move that needle. Thank you.
Okay. We're coming to the final presentation. Taggy, are you going to come and make the introduction? Get ready. Do a drum roll. Can you do a drum roll on the Taggy? Get ready. All right.
Thank you. Really, this is a pleasure. It's an honor to always present this award. This Lifetime Achievement Award is an award that is presented to an individual for outstanding vision, dedication, and lifelong commitment to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion. Each one of our former nominees, they have had and they have been in their own right a leader and an achiever in their field, and this year is the nominee for this year is not an exception. He is also coming in with substantial amount of credentials in advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion. I am almost 110% sure that you all will be surprised by his efforts over the last just few years. He's not that, he's young. He's very young. And so, with that said, I would like to invite, I would like for you to watch the video, and meanwhile, I would also like to ask Mr. Morris to come forward while the video is being played.
Lee Morris is an awesome leader in Northwest Indiana, and I'm so happy he's being awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Urban League of Northwest Indiana. I'm proud to know Lee Morris because he's not only an advocate for women, but also people of color, people from different countries, people who have different sexual orientations, gender, and so forth. So he has seen the potential and helped elevate all of those people, making him worthy of this award.
Oh, I would say get involved. Find some cause that you can believe in. Engage. Give a part of yourself. You'll feel more of a sense of ownership in the community. You'll make a positive difference in the community when you engage. I know sometimes time constraints are difficult and other obligations, but make the time for at least one thing that you really feel passionate about that makes a difference in this community, and then devote yourself to making it happen. I think that's the best advice I can give to people in that regard. There's so many needs and so many opportunities out there. There are opportunities regardless of what your station in life is to be engaged and involved, and gosh, do it. Do it.
I am so humbled and honored by this award and to be in the company of these other award winners and in the company of all of you today. But I'm especially appreciative of the fact that this award is coming from the Urban League. It makes it even more significant to me. I have looked at the mission of the Urban League, and it seems to me that they are focused on the factors that enable everyone to realize the American dream. Historian James Turslow Adams originated that dream, and he defined it as that dream of a land in which life should be better and richer and fuller for everyone. Adams didn't mean rich in the name in terms of material things. He talked about it in terms of spiritual terms. He distinguished the American dream as a dream of social order in which each man and each woman shall be able to attain the fullest stature of which they are innately capable. And he recognized that they should be recognized by others for what they are, regardless of the circumstances of their birth or position. There are a number of disadvantages of being 88 years old. And I could enumerate them, but I won't. But you know, one of the great advantages is that I have had a lifetime of experience that shapes my thinking about what life in general, but especially on how we can assure that our communities, our states, our nation will be places where there's an opportunity for the American dream to be realized by everyone. Recently, I was the keynote speaker for AVOW, that stands for Advancing Voices of Women. It's a nonpartisan group focusing on strengthening the voices of women in public life. And I was particularly impressed by the fact that it was a very diverse group. racially, ethnically, politically. And every single woman in attendance at that event was either running for office or had made a commitment to be very significantly involved in the political process. Every single one. I was pleased that I had an opportunity while there to sit in on a discussion, a very robust discussion, about the concept of wokeness. Now, my understanding of woke and wokeness, I'll admit, was very superficial. And perhaps, just perhaps, unduly influenced by negative connotations attributed by politicians whose understanding is even more superficial than mine. 4 examples will suffice. First, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. We reject woke ideology. We fight woke in the legislature, we fight woke in the schools, we fight woke in the corporations, and we will never, ever surrender to the woke model. Then there's former President Donald Trump. I don't like the term woke because I hear woke, woke, woke. It's just a term they use. Half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is. Nikki Haley, former UN ambassador and candidate for president. Wokeness is a virus more dangerous than any pandemic. And finally, former Vice President Mike Pence. It should be banned from every school at every level in every state in America. Wow. Well, the discussion at the Avow conference was really very enlightening to me. It enabled me to understand that woke refers to being alert to racial or social discrimination and injustice. Knowing what's going on in the community related to racism and social injustice. It also opened my eyes to the fact that in this age of communication, there is such a serious lack of opportunities to sit down together and talk about topics such as woke and wokeness. There's just no opportunities to speak of for that. There's a lot of speechifying and declarations of opinion, such as the examples I just cited, but very little chance for the give and take that deepens our understanding of such important topics as woke and wokeness. Now, the concept of woke, as I understand it, is not a monolithic or static one. It's constantly changing. It's evolving and adapting to new cultures, political and social contexts. But clearly, the woke concept had its root in advocating awareness of social and political issues affecting African Americans. And that continues to be a focus. But woke, nowadays, refers to being aware of or well-informed in a political or cultural sense, especially regarding issues surrounding marginalized communities. It describes someone who has woken up to the issues of social justice. And you know, the more I listened to those folks at the Avow Institute, I just really was impressed that these intelligent women were really seeing this in such an important way. The more I came to realize just how rare it is also to have that kind of dialogue, to be able to sit together and reason together. We're bombarded with opinions and ballyhooing by politicians that seldom have the opportunity for reasoned dialogue, that we can gain insights from each other. One of our challenges, I think, is the fact that those who are the loudest about woke are not and never have been a part of a marginalized community. They are not and never have been part of a marginalized community. It also made me recall a time when we were revising the medical staff bylaws at the hospital that I served for many years. And the question of gender neutrality came up in terms of the wording in the bylaws. And the male physician who chaired the committee said, well, we don't have to bother with that. Just say whenever there's male term, make sure it refers to female as well. But we had a really great female physician on that committee who sat a little higher in her chair at that point and said, wait a minute, it is important. You may not understand it, but you've never been a woman. She made her point. And it had a lasting effect on me. It really made me realize that you've got to look at these situations not from your own personal experience, but much more broadly and more understandably. I've never experienced racial or social discrimination or injustice. Never have. I've never been a part of a marginalized community. But I continue to grow in my understanding of how these experiences have shaped the lives of others who have had that experience. I hope we can overcome the politicalization of woke by reflecting on the importance of assuring that our communities, our state, and our nation will be places where there's an opportunity for that American dream to be realized by everyone. And as I look at the 5 goals of the National Urban League, it just seems to me that it's a wonderful roadmap. The factors that will assure that everyone, whatever their race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, or disability, that they can realize the American dream. Listen to the 5 key goals of the Urban League. I won't have to turn around for each one of these either. First, every American child is ready for college, work, and life. Second, that every American has access to jobs with a living wage and good benefits. Third, every American lives in safe, decent, affordable, and energy-efficient housing on fair terms. Fourth, every American has access to quality and affordable health care solutions. And finally, that every American has an equal right and responsibility to fully participate in our democracy and civic processes. And all people have a right to justice and fairness. 5 key focuses that will help to make sure all of us, regardless of our background, can experience that great American dream. I'm living proof that one's never too old to learn. And I have learned a lot about woke. Now, it's time for me to find ways to use my awakening about woke to make a positive difference in the lives of others who have not had the opportunities and advantages that I may have had. That's a commitment that I willingly make. It's been said that the starting point of all achievement is desire. And I hope that each of you share my desire that we will strive to make our communities, state, and nation better places for all, where that American dream is a reality. Thank you very much.
Raise your hand over there, please. Amen. I want to thank Michelle Golden for the plaques and the awards that were given. And now I'd like Dr. Beverly Lewis. Dr. Beverly Lewis, come on up and do our call. Get ready. Get your phone out. She won't make you turn around.
I didn't say that.
Good afternoon, one and all. How are all of you? Thank you for what you are about to do. But let me tell you what's on my mind. Now, I really won't take much of your time. And what I really want you to do, this is your call to action, a feel-good reaction. Now, you already know what the Urban League does. how it helps your neighbors, relatives, and friends, even enemies you did not send, to the Urban League to get help. We try to make sure needs are met. From food gift cards to need more money for scholars, the Urban League is your partner. Now, I won't take up too much time, but let me tell you what's on my mind, what I truly need from you, and what I truly want you to do. This is your immediate call to action. If we all do it, we'll get significant traction. Are you ready? Get on your mark, get set, go. See that black and white QR code on your table? I didn't hear nobody. Yeah. Get your phone. I don't see no phones. Thank you. Go ahead, do it now. We won't be long. Use your camera, scan that black and white code. Right to our website you will go, where you can answer the call right now. Let me take a moment to tell you how. See the donate button? Click it. That's all. We will take any amount, large or small. Choose an amount and put it in. Whether thousands of dollars, we'll take your last 10. Remember, this is your call to action. The Urban League is here to impact us in our service areas of Lake Porter and LaPorte counties, in the state and across the nation. Right now, we are in need of your donation. The Urban League of Northwest Indiana is here to serve you. We bring you our best in everything we do. From professional free tax preparation, by helping our students navigate scholarships before graduation. If we cannot do it, we will try to find you help. So come on, donate now. You can even write a paper check. We have Cash App and PayPal. We will take cash too. Thank you for donating. We cannot do any of this without you. You don't have to wait for the new year to make a resolution. We are the center for everyday solutions. Using our resources by excellent execution. No black and white QR code on your table? Don't give up. You're yet able to give your money and make it count. Your contribution is paramount to the programs and goals of ULNWI. Come on, everybody. We need everybody to try. www.urbanleagueolfnwi, no spaces. Diversity, inclusion, and belonging to the Urban League embraces. If your organization needs a hand, call the Urban League and Dr. V can put together a team that will teach diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. So don't hesitate to call or email. We want to help you and your team without fail. Use your MasterCard, Visa, or American Express. We know you will give the Urban League your best. Now, while you're there, for those who don't have it today, you can still give by PayPal and PayPal credit. Put it in the that way. Now, I won't take up too much more of your time, but let me tell you what's really on my mind. What I sincerely need from you, and what I sincerely want you to do. This is your call to action. I don't want you to miss it and be distracted, but on the back table are auction items. It's not spooky, don't be frightened. Drop by the back table and take a browse. Buy as you're leaving on your way out. But pick up a trinket, a sparkly thing or two. It will help the Urban League continue to provide grants for neighborhood beautification. Keep the young professionals engaged in civic engagement. Besides, giving makes us feel really good. But now, you dropped that 1,000. Was it 1,000,000? Please stand. Not this year, maybe next year. That will be your plan. The Urban League needs all the funds it can receive to continue doing good across the state and in our neighborhoods. One last time, this is your chance. Pick up your phone, scan the code, give to the Urban League. Be great, be bold. And if you need help, we'll send someone to you. We don't want you to miss your call for action because you don't know what to do. So thank you to those answering the call. We appreciate you and we applaud. Your participation an important component, but never feel you need a special moment. Anytime you want to give to ULNWI, just reach for your phone, scan that code. The Urban League and Dr. V will always be happy to receive your contributions, donations, and support. Thank you for coming, and don't forget to scan that code. Thank you all so much for coming out. I appreciate you. Thank you, honey, my husband. Wave your hand, honey. Thank you, honey, for being with me and supporting me. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy yourselves. Don't forget, scan that code. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.